Thursday nights, Patreon time, $10 and up. Thank you for the support. We couldn't do it without you, and we don't know who's directing this episode, obviously.
It's directing itself.
It's directing itself. I'm Joe. We got George over there. We got Frend, Marcus. Frend, I've known you since college, and you've always been
30 years.
30 years, and I wish everybody could see you in 1997, because like now you're like all put together. You know, you're all put together and you own a home and stuff. But if they could have seen you in 1997, that was the one.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, we have you on because you're Mathy. You're a data scientist, and George is a Mathy as well. And we're going to watch a Mathy video. It's called the Geometry Center. I think the title is Outside In, and they use all this like computer animation to show geometric problems. And I don't know if geometry is necessarily your field, but
no, I have a PhD in physics, so I did physics. Although for my graduate school research, I looked at two-dimensional sphere or two circles. I looked at circles.
Oh, okay. Right. So maybe you'll offer something. Otherwise, you could go if you want.
I mean, no, I want to see it.
Okay.
I like geometry. It's part of math. We have to use math a lot. Yeah.
Here's the other thing that we learned, though, before we started, is that you both wrote math books. I told you that George wrote math books, and then you're like, I wrote a math book.
Yeah.
What'd you write? You wrote
physics, right?
Yeah, I wrote 2 physics books. So they were the supplemental materials, accompanying materials to this college physics textbook.
Read us a line. Read us a line that you wrote.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wrote all of it. Actually, I'll see if there's any pictures in here because there's some geometry. This is look, there's a block on an incline sliding down. There's some geometry there.
I want to see the force diagram.
Yeah, exactly. So here's one of the problems. This could be like a trivia quiz for anybody. A 10-kilogram block resting on a 43-degree inclined plane is tied to the wall at the top of the incline with a rope A that runs parallel to the plane. Should I keep going? Or is
could you have made it more fun though, than like a cement truck?
Yeah, you can't.
Why not?
McGraw-Hill would not have. Yeah, Joe, right? Like.
Yeah, no, they want you to put as little. They want to make sure that they're comparing when students are answering the problems. There's no like cultural aspects that like wouldn't like for if somebody didn't really know English very well.
Yes,
it has to be as neutral as possible.
Yeah, you want everybody to be on sort of an equal footing for answering it, so you can compare the results and not like because that was the big thing of like IQ tests is more of like a cultural test than any sort of like test of knowledge or cultural knowledge.
I wouldn't be good at that job. George, do you have your math books that you have standing right by your computer like Frend did?
Well, so my first one I ever did was a physics book.
Oh, well done.
Also an ancillary.
Read us a line.
Early experiments with the effects of static electricity on different substances placed in contact or proximity provide many of the conventions for electricity used today. I mean, it's a fact. I got plenty of force diagrams, but because my actual background's in math, I do mainly. So like you, when you do these things, they're called ancillaries for the main textbook or for the, like for specific exams.
Did they give you a forecast for how many would sell? Because they did that for me, and they're like, you're going to make this many thousands of dollars, and they were way below forecast in reality.
Oh no, I didn't. I can't believe that. I mean, that's a great thing that you
guys get residuals. Like
I don't. I never have, but he has the better deal by far.
Oh really? Yeah. They promised us an amount. I'll just say like I probably made like $1.50 an hour making these.
Yeah.
You add up how much time it took from start to stop and like what my pay was. But occasionally I'll get like a check for like $37 or something from it.
One more question before we dive into the video though. But like when you write the book, is there somebody who's telling you like, hey, we're going to do this chapter now. You have to write the part on the incline and on the ball rolling down it, or how does it work?
George, I'll let you go first. Did you?
Well, I guess it depends on the project. A lot of times so now I'm the editor rather than the writer on a lot of these things, and so usually the editor defines the like you write the table of contents in advance for. And so you give that to the writer, and the writer, fills it out. Sometimes, rarely though, does it get reorganized.
Do you have to know everything, or do you look everything up to I mean,
No, I mean, you reference existing things, because something like I'm working on an algebra book now. This algebra is not, the most recent discovery is like 500 years old or 1,000 years old, and this is math is math. So especially like this rudimentary stuff that like you want to make sure you're not copying somebody else's question. You want to make sure that's
So for ours, since it's supplementary to a textbook, we would look through the section of the textbook and say like, okay, they're doing these concepts. So let's go through and make sure we have 2 problems on those concepts. So we agreed to like how much stuff there would be per chapter, and then we just followed it.
Look at this. We're actually having an interesting conversation.
It's a math
mode.
Yeah.
I didn't know. We're learning how the sausage is made in the textbook world right now.
Yeah.
And now we're going to watch how the sausage, which is like a sphere of a sausage. I think this is the category called topology.
Yeah.
The sub category of math. Specialty.
So the thing that we're going to watch.
That's how the sausage is made. We're going to see how one sausage can turn itself inside out.
We actually will. We actually will. All right. This is put out by the University of Minnesota. I don't know. Here's my theory on this video. I think this video was made for substitute teachers of AP math classes. So I think if there's like an AP math class, there's the teacher's sick that day, the sub comes in, they're like, here's a smart video to play for people. But it's like very calming and very watchable. And
do you know what
mind
level
blowing.
it's supposed to be for? Is it for high schoolers or college students or?
I don't know. I don't know. All I had was
the clip I saw. It seems like it's above. It seems like it's college level.
Yeah. But and it's about 20 minutes long. The whole video is, and we can skip ahead if we get bored. Let me know if you get bored. But here it is.
Comment, or should I be quiet?
Yeah, make comments. No. But you might want to hear what they're saying. That's the
thing. I don't want to talk over it.
Let's just listen to the first one. And it's a very calming video. The music, the voices.
Hey, I read somewhere that mathematicians can turn a sphere inside out.
Yes, that's true.
What's the big deal? Just poke a hole in it and pull it through.
Sure, but the point is to do it without making a hole.
But then it seems impossible.
You're right. You cannot do it with an ordinary sphere, like a basketball. You have to understand the rules of the game. This sphere is made of an abstract elastic material that can stretch and bend and pass through itself. But you cannot rip or puncture this material without destroying it.
I'm glad they got the Hanna-Barbera sound effects library for this.
And you cannot crease it or bend it sharply.
See, you can't crease it like that. It seems like kind of cheating that you can go through itself, though.
But
that's fine.
If the surface can pass through itself, what's the problem?
Do you think allowing self-intersections makes it easy? Try it.
I'll push the 2 halves right through each other.
Be careful. What about that ring around the equator? Remember, you mustn't tear or crease it.
Let me try again.
Are we supposed to identify with the...
That's no good either.
The guy or the girl?
The girl's... I think the girl's the teacher.
Yeah, so we're like the guy.
We're the guy. Yeah, we're supposed to identify with the guy. Huh?
I misunderstood. I thought this was like a post-coital conversation. Like I imagine a couple in bed, like
smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, it's just like
thought experiment for you.
Yeah.
You're pinching it infinitely tight.
But then there's no way. It's impossible. You'd have to crease or pinch it to turn it inside out.
It is surprising, but watch this.
Watch, here it is.
Is this it? Is this a sphere turning inside out?
You bet. That wasn't easy to follow, was it? To figure out what's going on, let's look at something simpler. A circle.
Is your mind blown right now, friend?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And by the way, I call him Friend. His name's Mark, but we call him Marcus, even though your name's not Marcus. But you and I call each other Friend because right when I met you, I think I started calling you Friend.
Yeah, and then I did it back.
You called me Roy for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you started just calling me Frend, and ever since then we've called each other Frend.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
So you may hear him, and it's spelled F-R-E-N-D.
Yep.
We'll build a vertical wall along the circle so that we can color the two sides differently. Can you gradually turn...
What do you think of this video so far?
What year is it?
92, I want to say.
Yeah.
We'll find out at the end.
It's actually impressive for 92.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, because actually that animation looks way too good for 92, doesn't it?
Well, they would have all of the money of the Department of Education, maybe.
Yeah.
And
got a grant.
A lot of these concepts were like people just used to talk about them. There was just no way to show them. Well, I mean, you could have done animation, but you needed an animator who understood this stuff.
Yeah.
So like this was computer graphics made all sorts of math stuff you could visualize for the first time, sort of.
Yeah.
So
it's
great.
Excellent for substitute teachers.
Right, and they have to get this ring to Gondor.
Yeah, right.
In this circle into this other circle, where the purple and gold sides are reversed without creating sharp corners?
Of course. I can turn a rubber band inside out.
Remember, we're really trying to turn the circle inside out. We only built the wall so we could see the different sides.
Oh, yes. The wall has to stay vertical, and it can't have creases, but it can pass through itself. Fine. Let me try.
You're not going to get it, buddy.
Watch out.
This guy's a dunce.
That was a sharp bend.
Yeah. He's so confident.
If we could make sharp bends in the material...
He does the most obvious way. He's like, oh, I'll just do this.
We'd be able to turn any curve into any other by moving each point of the initial curve in a straight line toward a target point in the final curve.
Does this make sense to you guys?
Yes. It's a mapping.
But I can avoid corners altogether by making a loop smaller and smaller.
Yeah, I'm with this guy.
That's an interesting idea, but pulling a loop tight is not really a gradual change. It's like having a corner in disguise. So it's against...
See, they should have had a more abrasive relationship between the two, you know?
I mean, they both like just simultaneously climaxed. What kind of like... They're really out of it right now.
Well, I want her to be like, no, listen, you dunce.
Right.
What are you, 6? You know, something like that.
The rules.
Well, if you can't have corners, and you can't pull loops tight, I think it's impossible to turn the circle inside out.
Yes, you're right.
Wait a minute. Am I supposed to believe that you can turn a sphere inside out, but not a circle?
Yes. There is something fundamental about curves that would have to change if you were to turn a circle inside out. Yeah. And that something cannot change under our allowed motions.
And what's that?
I'll explain. Imagine a monorail atop the wall. Now, the rule about monorail traffic is that the car...
See, for your story problems, you guys wouldn't use the monorail, right? Because some people wouldn't know what a monorail is.
I think most people wouldn't know what a monorail is.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen that Simpsons episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Travels forward, and it always keeps the purple wall on its right. We'll use a diagram to monitor the car's direction. On this track, the car is always turning left. As it goes around the circle once, it makes one full turn toward the left. On a more complicated track, the car might sometimes be turning left and sometimes right. But the net amount of turning after one complete circuit is always some number of full turns in one direction or the other. The number of full turns it makes toward the left is called the curve's turning number.
You guys following?
Yeah.
For a curve where there is more turning toward the right than toward the left, the turning number is negative.
Okay.
Hey, and if there's no net turning, the turning number is 0.
Right.
Got another one right.
I had a hard time following the net turning for this winding track.
That's natural, but there's another way to get the right answer. Find the spots where you're traveling in a particular direction, like due east.
Let's see. Since we're looking from the south, that would be wherever the monorail is going toward our right, where we see the purple wall face on.
Exactly. At some of these points, the track is curving away from us. Viewed from here, it looks like a smile. At these places, the car would be turning left.
They've gone too far with the analogies at this point.
Yeah.
I'm saying this stopped being helpful one monorail ago.
Yeah.
No, for dummies like me, I need those parts.
I only learned math with monorails.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the goat chewing the can in my head right now when they're talking about this stuff. So
the track looks like a frown, curving toward us.
Oh.
At these points, the
I
car
know
would be
about
turning
frowns.
right. The net number of full turns increases when the car passes a smile and decreases when it passes a frown,
It's like a nested analogy.
starting at 0.
Yeah.
A monorail with a smile.
Yeah.
1,
So if your smiling monorail is
2, 3,
what level do you think this is for?
4,
I mean, unless there's some
3,
like it's not like it's leading
2.
to a person being able to answer
And we
question,
finish with 3.
problems
Yeah.
set about this. This isn't like traditional like high school, like the algebra to calculus high school anything. This is
Yeah.
college level stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. You see
Topology.
You have 5 smiley faces minus 2 frownies. You get
2
equals
frown.
3.
3.
Yeah.
And that's like life. You gotta hopefully like your smiles are the
Monorail
thing where you
goes on
frown.
the smiling curve. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Turning number is the number of smiles minus the number of frowns.
You're sure.
I see.
Sure is.
The turning number measures happiness.
If you insist. Now, the nice thing about the turning number
These two.
is that it remains the same
They
when a
need to take
curve
the
changes
show on the
according to
road.
our rules.
They are hot
Yeah.
for each
Frowns
other.
and smiles can appear or disappear, but only in pairs that balance out. The number of smiles minus the number of frowns never changes.
So a curve can only turn into another curve with the same turning number.
Right. The turning number is the fundamental property I mentioned before.
Are you following this?
Now, what's the turning number for the 2 circles?
This one has 1 smile and no frowns, so the turning number is 1. And if the gold is outside, 1 frown and no smiles, minus 1.
Get to the answer. Just get to the answer. I mean, we can
what-
fast forward.
It makes sense.
What?
On one curve, you're turning left all the time. On the other, it's the opposite.
Good. So the reason you cannot turn a circle inside out
Is that would change the turning number.
Right.
But wait, doesn't the same argument prove that you can't turn a sphere inside out? This sphere has a 3-dimensional smile, and this one has a 3-dimensional frown. So they have different turning numbers.
Not quite. Your analogy is good, but to make it complete, we must look at a general surface and consider all the points
Oh boy,
where it is horizontal.
we've got new shapes here.
Yeah.
Think of it
Hard
as
to
a
get-
molar. Think of
It's good. Hard to find the smiles on that.
Yeah, I challenge you to find the frownies on that one. What do you think about this video? I mean, I'm lulled into, I'm hypnotized into it, and I think I could fall asleep to it. But I don't know of the entertainment value for a viewer.
For Patreon viewer, people giving you money for this.
People
Yeah, I
giving
don't
us
know.
money. Yeah, exactly.
I think at best it looks like one of those the mind's eye computer animation.
That's what I thought it was at first.
Yeah.
Right, but like when this is the part of it where the guy first gets the software and wants to see what it can do,
Yeah.
and no one ever saw the footage of him just like messing around with a sphere. That's what
Yeah.
this is, with
One thing that-
voiceovers of people having the refractory period.
One thing that I know is really good on this video is the end credits. I know the end credits are really good. They have some fun with some animation there. So we have that to at least look forward to.
Oh, good.
Do we want to skip ahead a few minutes and just see, or do we?
We'll be completely lost.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
there's like every line of this depends on the previous line,
Okay,
just like
let's-
any math theorem. I'm not saying that means we need to watch it because I'm not confident I'd be able to follow where they're going with this. This seems like something I would have to watch a few times to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is pretty pretty specialized stuff.
Yeah. What, you don't understand smiles and frowns? What's not to
No.
get, George?
Monorail smile.
Yeah.
Monorails. What part don't you
Well, see,
understand?
that's the problem. Is monorails always make me smile. So the idea of like,
I guess I
don't know.
forgot the gold and the purple part. So why did the one on the right, when it was a circle, Why did it have to go around to the right and the other one went to the left?
Yeah.
I think it had to
remember
do with that, like you're essential. If you invert it like that, the top part is now on the bottom, so we're still not looking at the circle. So you have to define it as in like the opposite direction.
Gotcha.
So it's I think so.
Rewind it. I can rewind it if you guys want.
Please, God, no.
Right. Let's watch a few more minutes.
Let's see what this turns. Let's see what this tooth turns into. And then
horizontal and gold is on top. We'll draw horizontal stripes to make these points easier to locate.
It's like a monorail zebra.
Yeah.
Smiles are like bowls, curving up.
Smiles are like bowls.
Frowns are like domes, curving down.
Domes make us sad.
But there are other points where the surface is horizontal that are neither bowls nor
saddle
domes.
Points.
They are saddles and look like smiles from one direction and frowns from another. Near a bowl or a dome, the horizontal stripes form rings. Near a saddle, they form an X.
Whew. All right.
But how does that change anything? Spheres don't have saddles.
But the point is how these features interact. Look, a dome and a saddle can come together and cancel out.
Dome? Wait, a dome and a saddle?
I should have drank one of those marijuana drinks that I drank for that Alf episode.
Yeah.
Friend, I lost VCR Smarty last year, so my punishment was that I had to drink a big can of THC drink and then watch an entire Alf episode.
I think you got into it.
I got into it though because of the marijuana. I think if I hadn't had the marijuana in me, I think I would have been more bored. But I was like asking some deep questions about Alf and everything.
Yeah,
that's what I think. If I had a marijuana can of soda, I think I would be asking a lot of questions.
Or you'd feel like you get it. You're like, oh, I get it. This is interesting.
Yeah.
And then like 2 hours later, you're like, I have no idea.
No, my brain would not absorb it at all.
Yeah.
Likewise, a bowl and a saddle can cancel out. But bowls and domes, like electrical charges of the same sign, normally don't get near each other. The unchanging number for surfaces, then, is this. Add domes and bowls and subtract saddles. This number is 1 for the sphere no matter which face is out.
Okay, I'm willing to believe that turning numbers don't prevent the sphere from turning inside out as they do the circle, but that doesn't mean you can actually do it.
We'll get to that. I know it's hard to see. Steve Smale proved it was possible in theory in 1957, but it took 7 years before Arnold Shapiro found a practical way to do it.
The guy worked 7 years on this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is like in math, for math research, people spend their whole lives, and like the idea is like they may never find anything, but it's supposed to be good for the combined knowledge because it tells people like, don't follow this, don't do this.
Are there horror stories of guys who of mathematicians who worked their entire lives and didn't get the answer? Are there any horror stories?
Oh, sure.
Like that
I mean,
there?
I can't think of anything specifically, but I know that like it's the go on.
Oh, I can tell a good physics one. So there's an experiment in the early 1900s that called the Michelson-Morley experiment. So light, like basically waves, people think that it needs a material to wave through, right? Like if you have a water wave, there has to be water there. And so, 125 years ago, people thought there was something called ether that light waves went through. And they did an experiment, Michelson and Morley. I think this is at Case Western Reserve University. And they did an experiment where they tried to see the Earth going through the ether. And they had this big vat of mercury and a metal thing like floating in the mercury. And they turned a light on and had it bounce from some mirrors and come back. And they were looking if the diffraction pattern of the light would change. And they would like spin it around because the thinking was Earth is going through the ether. And if you like turn this disc around, it'll like change because the light will go different speeds as it goes through the ether. Yeah. And they basically proved that that light doesn't go through anything. And they won the Nobel Prize for that. So there was no ether, but they actually believed that there was ether. So they won a Nobel Prize for disproving a thing that they believed in. And then they kept I forgot one of them spent the rest of their career trying to prove that there was ether, or at least for some number of years.
They really wanted there to be ether. didn't they?
Yeah. Well, it kind of makes sense. It's like it's weird that a wave doesn't wave through anything, so I could see why they were sure it had to be there. But
yeah. Oh, so they got the Nobel Prize for the thing that they didn't intend to.
Yeah, that they didn't believe in. They just proved a thing that they believed in and still didn't believe in their own results, I guess.
Oh, that's a funny Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
Yeah, good physics story. See, I'm glad we brought you on. All right. Oh, where were we? Oh, this thing.
You can skip, I guess, if you want, because we're
yeah.
like halfway through this video and I don't.
Okay.
I'm getting a little. Yeah, I wouldn't understand all this. And
okay, well, let's get to the part with the sphere.
Pumpkin. Yeah.
No,
so you turn it into a pumpkin.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Oh, let's see the belt. Let's see the belt.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
It's when you hang yourself because you don't understand this. This is the belt you use.
It's like a belt. If you put a loop in the middle and pull the ends tight, the loop turns into twisting.
Right. Then you can straighten out the belt by turning each end half a turn in opposite directions. To finish the inversion, we just need to push the middle of the guide strips back through the center of the sphere.
I got excited.
Yeah.
Can I see how two guide strips interact?
Sure.
Those are earmuffs.
You can see that there are two places where the strips intersect near the central axis.
And the gold side.
Do you think that if you were in jail, like for 25 years, and they had a TV in there, and this was played on a loop, that by the end of the 25 years, you would have a firm grasp on this, and you would totally understand it?
Even sooner if you really tried, I think.
Yeah?
And I think there was a story of a mathematician who murdered somebody so that they could just be in jail to work only on their research.
I've always thought of that. I've always, not about the murder part, but I've always thought about, like, because I have all these video projects, like Skip brought it up the other day about how I haven't edited the club documentary. We spent all this money and time shooting this documentary, and I just don't have time to edit it. I would love to be in a minimum security jail, like white collar crimes. And they give me the computer, they give me 3 meals a day, and I just work on all my projects. I just want maybe like a 2-year sentence. That's what I want.
That's what the first year of COVID was like for me. I got so much done.
Yeah.
Because there was just nothing to do. Like,
I got so much done in the first 2 months, and then I was like, oh, what's the point of anything? After and I just kind of stopped, and I mostly drank. So yeah. All right, let's watch the sphere turn inside out, and then we'll see these awesome credits.
Strips between the guides, and push the caps past each other.
There we go. We
twist the caps to undo the middle loops, and push the equator across the sphere. Finally, we uncorrugate.
I still don't understand. Is there some other way to look at this?
No.
Okay. We'll divide the sphere into thin horizontal
ribbons. And monorail, that's it.
We'll look at one ribbon at a time.
I do respect whoever did the computer graphics for this.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, okay, now you need a corrugated sphere that we're turning in one dimension. Like, someone had to program all that.
Yeah, there wasn't a plugin they could use for that. They were they were like the first person to be like visualizing these things this way.
Well, you'll get to see the whole crew who worked on this, and
I don't know if I'm really liking the. I mean, this looks like something that when you were on mushrooms you should have watched.
Oh, I should have. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Here goes.
Shit. Corrugated, passing through.
I got it.
Twist.
I still think like a balloon. I'm like, it's gonna pop. It's gonna pop.
Yeah, it looks like those gold ones pass through each other, right?
Yeah, that's why that's one of the limitations of this visualization. It still looks like
you can turn a sphere inside out without poking holes or creasing it, even though you can't do it for a circle.
What if he's like, I still don't get it?
Somebody should make a movie about this stuff.
What did he say? Somebody should make a movie about this stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, is he gonna pitch
it, movie? Even though you can't do it for a circle. This is great. Somebody should make a movie about this stuff.
And they should call it The Matrix. There we go.
Holy shit.
You see that?
They just turned Bill Maher into Silvio Levy.
Yep. Watch, I'll turn Silvio Levy into Del Maxwell.
Wow.
Master illusionist.
Oh, wait, who's Nathaniel Thurston?
Yeah.
What was his name? Sorry, I wanted to look him up.
No, yeah, look him up. Master illusionist. That's a cool title.
Yeah, I don't. Is that something that you can go to school for?
Does he look like somebody you worked with in the past, Marcus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So is a mathematician affiliated with the Geometry Center, focusing on topology and Kleinian groups at University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana.
Oh, okay. He's right down the street then. All right.
Yeah, go find him. Go in.
I should.
It's an apprentice.
Technical shepherd. Oh, I like him.
Oh, like grad students, probably.
You think these are all grad students?
Maybe.
They were all shot with the same camera. That last bunch.
Yeah.
When did these guys get a?
Do we have any Linus
sphere.
Upson?
What was that guy's name?
Scott
Scott Wisdom?
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
Name?
What was his name?
Scott Wisdom.
Oh, Scott Wisdom. The Scott part is whatever, but the wisdom part's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is you can spell Upson with the word Linus if you rearrange the letters and change some of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Celeste Fowler's at Woods Hole? Is that the one?
Are you looking up all these people?
Yeah. I think they were all in the same lab at UIUC in the late 90s.
If somebody told you you could switch your name right now and you had to either be Charlie Gunn or Scott Wisdom, which one would you go with?
Oh, Scott Wisdom.
Scott Wisdom for sure. I feel like Charlie Gunn is the sort of name that you get a second look by a cop or something if you got
It's like
pulled over.
no, I think it's like a film noir name. Like he's a gritty detective, Charlie Gunn. That's the name.
I'm just stuck on Linus Upson. I like that name.
It's the same front when you read it frontwards as it is backwards.
All the research on Klein bottle.
Pixar. That was Pixar animation.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
View.
Okay, let's see what year it is.
It's probably mid 90s, early 90s, I'd guess.
Let's see, 1994.
94.
There we go.
Whew.
University of Minnesota Geometry Center.
Yeah.
So there's a big thing that because they deal with spheres at math conventions, they sell bumper stickers that say "Topologists have balls." It's just a thing they do.
Do they really?
I mean, it's just like that's like the gag. Like
okay,
that constitutes comedy for the math.
No, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
There's
Friend, what you're still looking at? Are you looking at people?
Oh, I saw some there's some like funny, I don't know, like topology shirt about how like with a coffee cup or something that I was looking for, but I can't find it really.
All right. Well, I guess we learned something, maybe about frowny faces and monorails, and Frank, can we end with me telling about the time when I paid you to drink? Can we say it or no? Okay, that's right. You're a professional.
Yeah,
no, we can't.
We need a paywall behind the paywall.
Yeah. Or like submit a request to be let in.
Yeah. No, you don't want to get that one out there. Is there another more fun one? No, can't tell that one.
Yeah.
No, can't tell that one.
How about this? You when you knew me from 30 years ago, maybe you wouldn't have thought that I would have gone on to get a PhD in physics.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, you had your grandma's minivan. With no seats in the back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still like minivans. I don't have one anymore. But.
Yeah. Well, let's end with that. You like minivans.
Yeah, I like minivans.
Good stuff. All right. That's it. Friend, you have to come up at the end. You have to come up with like a catchphrase or slogan at the end. I'm going to say that's all. That's it. George is going to say something, and then you got to say something.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a catchphrase ready to go or something? We'll see what comes out of your mouth. We'll
Okay.
Okay. Ready? All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the support. That's all. That's it.
I'm in hot pursuit of a 30-foot chicken doing 75 down state 40.
Thanks for watching. We're all caught up on topology from the late 1990s.
Just do something different. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for watching.
Wait.
You did it.
No. You have to say a phrase. Like say like a phrase from one of the videos. What's a video, a found footage video that you like of ours?
Oh, I like the John and Johnny one.
Oh yeah. Say whoopee ding.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Whoopee
ready?
ding.
All right.
Okay.
All right. That's all. That's it. George.
Golly wuzzes.
Whoopee ding.